Hello and welcome. If you're a peripherals company in 2021 and have a new mouse you want to bring to market, you better have some new ideas that make for a better experience for your customers. Let's see if Pulsar has done that. Welcome to Stupid Bullets Tech. If you play first-person shooter games or any game that requires fast movements, a super light mouse will, once you get used to it, allow faster flicks, and if you practice, allow you to hit that headshot quicker than the guy trying to kill you. Pulsar is a new company that brings a refreshing company motto to the space: affordable innovation. Those two words are not usually used together, but Pulsar may have just accomplished that. Enter the Pulsar Xlite Gaming mouse. Packaging has always interested me, and it does not need to be elaborate to take advantage of the obvious opportunity unboxing a product offers to companies. Some choose to make the unboxing part of that by creating elaborate, well thought out boxes that you keep, to others that might as well be a brown paper bag. Pulsar is somewhere in between, but people really struggle with these seemingly airtight boxes, and they hate the product before it ever gets out of the box. That is, if they don't shake it to death. So here's some old guy advice on how to open a box. For beginners, I suggest the thumb and finger method. For advanced users, the use both hands works really well. Oh my God. Once open, you get an instruction manual, a high quality set of grip tape, buttons included, a shiny sticker that I have no idea what this is, the mouse of course, and a complete set of new feet, which really should be standard with every mouse. And perhaps the best Mouse Bungie I have ever seen. Seriously, this thing, genius. More on that later. This is a right-handed ergo mouse, a very safe shape for a lot of people, and mimics the Zowie EC2 or the Ponage Ultra Custom. Review on the Ponage mouse as soon as Jafer sends me that yellow shell. Thanks, buddy. This safe shape comes in at a length of just 123 millimeters long, a width of 66 at the rear, and a height of 44. The real draw here, though, is the ultra light weight. At under 50 grams without the cable, this is an extremely light mouse. The design of the slots on the sides are much like the Makalu 67, which I reviewed here. But they bothered my fingers much less than the standard octagon shape holes so many people use. Branding is almost non-existent, which I really appreciate, and RGB is just not included. Perfect! Mouse 1 and 2, they have a moderate amount of pre-travel and more posts than I would like to see. But it did not affect my gameplay, as I am far from an expert, and honestly, half a millimeter isn't going to make a difference for me. It's not going to change a thing, and I don't think it will for most people. Switches are 20M Omrons, and while I would like to see KL 8.0s, these are perfectly fine, especially at the price point of under $60. They are very crispy, side switches are MWKs, and I like the feel of these a lot. The front switch does have a little bit more post-travel than the rear, but both feel very tactile to me and were a good choice. They are positioned well and separated, which I prefer. They also stick out enough to be easy to find. The scroll wheel is low and quiet and was easier to activate sideways than straight down. While this is an inherent problem of most mice wheel with a scroll wheel designed like this, I know some people who use it to their advantage, and I'm beginning to learn to use it like that as well. It's easy to grip, and I never once over-scrolled swapping guns, as the indents are clear and precise. Here's hoping they stay that way. There is no DPI button, but I don't use it in-game and would only reassign it to another function anyway. DPI is available in software, which we will cover shortly. Turning the mouse over is where things get interesting. This is not anything new in structural design. You ever seen a train bridge? But it is smart, extraordinarily strong, and new to the mouse world as well. Pulsar states that the mouse has passed the military standard drop test for the housing alone, which I think most quality mice could do easily enough, but it is a further statement to the durability of the design. The insides, though, they are not part of that certification, so like most electronics, spilling something on it could result in bad things happening. Pulsar calls this an endoskeleton design, but exoskeleton would be more accurate. It's on the outside. The sensor is a PAW3370 and is outstanding, and a particularly good choice, I think. I used this mouse for a solid week and never once experienced a misstep, a spin out, and I used a variety of pads and tried to make it happen but never could. The skates are advertised as pure virgin PTFE. They slide well, and while smaller than most, proof that larger is not always needed to get the job done. The sensor skate, though, is just there for looks, as it does not meet the mouse pad unless you were using a very soft variety and were pushing down really hard. If you decide to paracord this mouse, which I think would be a good decision as the mouse cord is average, it's a pretty straightforward procedure. There are only 2 screws at the rear, but if you're going to the trouble, you have probably also ordered a better set of feet as well, but if not, there is no need to remove the front skates. I did disassemble the mouse entirely as I wanted to weigh it without the cord, and it did hit 49 grams on my scale. I'm sure a much more accurate scale would have shown it at the advertised spec of just under 49 grams. This is a really light mouse. The top shell can be removed by the 4 plastic retainer clips which are accessed from the bottom, but care should be taken here as it would be easy to break. A small flashlight will help you see what's going on in here. The PCB will have to be removed as it is used to hold down the end of the mouse cable wires. There are 2 screws in the front and 2 in the rear. Remember that sticker? It's on the PCB as well. I still don't know what it is. Care needs to be taken here not to bump the scroll wheel, as its supports are part of the upper housing and it is fairly fragile without being assembled. As always, go slow with the process. It only takes a small amount of time to complete correctly. Remember that little Mouse Bungie I liked so much? I liked it so much that I bought a bunch of them to give away in stream. If you would like to know when that is, comment below. A Mouse Bungie has a simple job: to keep the cord up off the desk, to support the weight, and make sure it doesn't catch on anything. This little bungee shows that springs, weights, clips, and other elaborate structures are just not needed. All you have to do is select a good spot under or on the side of your monitor, clean it off with some alcohol, remove the backing tape, and apply. Choosing the best spot is important, as removing and reapplying is not a good idea. If you do decide that you want to put it somewhere else, they are sold in packs of 3 for $10. Once stuck to that perfect spot, just point the long end of the silicone holder towards the mouse, slide the cord in, and adjust for proper length. Simple, effective, brilliant. The software for the Xlite is simple and easy to use. Once you get it installed and open, the main screen brings you to the key assignment where each of the 7 buttons can be assigned a different task. Pulsar does have some built-in options here like sniper mode, but these are at the sacrifice of a button most likely used for something else in games. I think these are more useful in production work than gaming. 7 Dpi settings can be changed and stored. Factory settings are 800 to 20,000. The parameter options give you mouse sensitivity, scrolling speed, double-click speed, and debounce. I did lower mine to 8 milliseconds and experienced no issues. As I get more used to the mouse, I may lower it further. Liftoff distance is lower-high, which I assume is 1 or 2 millimeters. Polling rates are from 125, 250, 500, and 1000 Hz, which is where most gamers will leave it. And ripple control and angle snapping are available, but I've never used those. Custom macros are available if you use them, and up to 5 profiles can be saved as well as exported. All in all, Pulsar has done a really good job with its first mouse. It's a viable alternative for people who like the mouse shape and don't want to spend more money on a big brand offering that may not fit. Medium and above hand sizes should have no problem. This is the lightest mouse I have ever used, and while at first I was overshooting in regards to movement, I found that as I practiced, that lightweight was translated into a more consistent game and will allow me to use the mousepad more focused on control than speed. If you've been wanting to try a super lightweight design but are not quite ready to shell out the big bucks yet, I think you should give the Xlite a try. They have a 2-year warranty and even come with a 30-day return policy if you buy direct. Just keep the box and packaging. Before you leave, this is the part where I ask you to sub, like, and comment on the video if you like the content and you want to see more. Remember to check out our Twitch channel for regular tech giveaways, and feel free to join our Discord if you want to be part of the conversation, all linked below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be good to yourselves.